unwind with us. Welcome to the show. I'm Marcus.
And I'm Nikki.
Well, hello, Nikki. That time is upon us. The Super Bowl has come and gone.
Yes, it has.
And we have a lot to discuss. Much to discuss. So, let me do this. All right, we're going to start off with sports, of course. I need to pull up one thing here. I apologize. I was so excited.
I see.
But this time, we're going to start off right. We're going to start off with what was the game itself that we're going to talk about. So, oh my God, people, the Seahawks and the Patriots. Oh my God. Oh, wait a minute. So wait a minute. Hold up. Now, I saw this, and you've said it, and I didn't think nothing of it when you said it, but you said, what was it, Steelers, Seahawks or something?
The Pittsburgh Seahawks.
Pittsburgh Seahawks.
Yep, that's what Steeler Nation is doing.
How? Why?
How? Why? Because since we didn't make it, we're going for whoever is against the Patriots. So we are Pittsburgh Seahawks.
So the Pittsburgh Seahawks basically jump ship to the NFC to root against the AFC, which is their representative, which is the Patriots. So I guess the Steeler Nation didn't support the Patriots.
Not at all. So you say you actually saw it for yourself?
Yes, I saw it for myself on one of the Facebook posts that it said, like you said, was it Steelers Seahawks or Pittsburgh Seahawks or something like that?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I saw it, and they had it. They had the Seahawk mascot or symbol in the black and gold.
Yep.
Like,
Yes, they did.
I'm like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. So the Seattle Seahawks, as you know, dominated the game. The score doesn't justify their domination. The MVP to me would have been the field goal kicker.
Okay. Yeah.
He set an NFL record. Matter of fact, let me get into some box scores, I guess that's what they call it. But the Seahawks, he kicked, I think it was, he broke, the record was 4, I think it was. And I believe he did 5.
Oh.
And also with the touchdowns, with those extra points, actually, he basically has the playoff record most points scored in the Super Bowl. That's non-quarterback.
Oh, wow.
So I'm looking here. He got 1 in the first quarter, 2 in the second quarter, and 1 in the third quarter. So that was 4, and then he got 1 in the fourth quarter, I believe. Why is it not giving me a breakdown here? Usually I can get a good breakdown. Let's see here. Let me click on something else here, because it's not giving me. Thinking I probably should have went to another site. Okay, here we go. Here we go. There we go. Oh, it's further down the screen. Wow. Okay, here we go. Kicker scores. He was 5 for 5.
Oh, okay.
Scored a total of 17 points. So he scored 17 points. His longest field, or let's see, it was 41 yards was his longest kick.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and of course the running back got the MVP. What's his name here? Let's see here. Is that K. Walker? Let's see here. Kenneth Walker.
Mm-hmm.
He had 27 carries for 135 yards, no TDs, but he got the MVP of the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Sam Darnold had 19 completions, 38 attempts, 202 yards, 1 TD. And Cooper Kupp, he's one of their standout receivers, 6 receptions for 61 yards, no TDs. So AJ Barner scored a touchdown. But like I say, and Drake Mays, matter of fact, the joke was made talking about that's 2 years in a row that the Drake sucked in the Super Bowl.
Who was it before?
When Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, yeah.
Turn the TV off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so the Patriots quarterback's name is Drake also. So it was 2 years in a row that Drake sucked at the Super Bowl.
Oh my gosh, catching L's.
Yes. So it's crazy. What else we got here? Let's see. So even though it's the Bad Bunny, the halftime show was with the so it's gonna be sports adjacent. Yeah, I believe that's the way I drew it up. All right. Tom Brady had a simple but strong reaction after watching Bad Bunny and Lady Gaga perform.
Wait a minute.
Huh?
Pause. Back to the game for a second. You didn't give the final score or anything.
Oh, I thought I did at the beginning. I said
Okay, maybe you did.
the Seattle Seahawks beat
The Pittsburgh Seahawks.
Oh, good Lord. The Pittsburgh Seahawks beat the New England Patriots 29-13.
Okay.
Yeah, the Patriots didn't get it started.
It was almost a shutout.
It was too little, too late, and then with Drake throwing the 2 interceptions that really sealed the deal for them, because they were making momentums. They were driving down the field. They had about 5 or 6 minutes left in the game, which was more than enough time to tie it up. But that last interception, I believe, was ran back for a touchdown.
Okay.
So
that was a wrap.
Yeah. So that was a wrap once they scored the 29th. They got that, because it was 21. Well, they kicked the field goal,
right,
which made it 22, and then the interception ran back for a touchdown, made it 29, and then at that point, game was over.
Right.
All right. So now can I move on to the Just Sports Adjacent stories?
Get back to Brady.
All right. Yes. Get back to Mr. Brady. Tom Brady had a simple but strong reaction after watching Bad Bunny and Lady Gaga perform at the Super Bowl halftime show. The 7-time Super Bowl champion shared part of the performance on his Instagram story and wrote just one word: amazing.
All right.
With 3 red heart emojis. So shout out to Tom Brady. He did make an appearance as one of the they showed past quarterbacks and other players to celebrate the 60th NFL season or Super Bowl. So we saw a lot of like Jerry Rice. What was his other name? You did have one of your Pittsburgh Steelers that was out there.
Okay.
And this wasn't Big Ben.
Yeah. I didn't like that.
Yeah, but like I say, usually Roethlisberger doesn't attend any of the functions and stuff like that. I guess you could say he's kind of an introvert. Get that? I play on words.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty much what was going on with that. That was one of the commentates. So before we get more into the Super Bowl shenanigans, we're gonna go ahead and go through some more stories here. One we have here is the WWE referee Daphne LaShawn also known as Ija Smith, has tragically lost 4 family members in a house fire. The incident occurred on February 4th, 2026, and included the loss of her grandmother, grandfather, uncle, and cousin. LaShawn, who is a prominent figure in the wrestling community, has been active fundraising to support her family during this difficult time. The GoFundMe campaign has received significant support with contributions from various wrestling stars and fans alike. LaShawn felt, heartfelt message and the GoFundMe link have been shared widely, highlighting the impact of loss on her family and the community. Yeah, when I heard this news, I think you were listening and you brought it to my attention, and I'm like, at first I didn't recognize the name because you said it was a wrestler, which we later learned that the feed that you did say that she was a referee. But once I Googled it and I said, oh yeah, I know her. She's a referee, and she's a phenomenal referee. If anyone watches WWE, she don't take any smack from the other wrestlers either. So she kind of puts them in their place and everything. I've seen it, especially in the women's matches. She gets in there and gets, you could say, gets her hands dirty, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I say, they some of these wrestlers will try to run over their referees, but she's a real strong one, and it was refreshing to see that they have diversity in the referees. Men, women, and of all ethnic groups and whatnot. Our hearts go out to her and her family in this time of loss. I did see she did put a message on the socials saying thank you for everyone for their support and that sending out their prayers and wishes and whatnot,
Right.
to her and her family. Next on the docket, Jarrell Big Baby Miller.
Oh man, this.
Toupee was knocked off during his heavyweight bout against Kingsley Ebb at Madison Square Garden on January 31st. The punch from Ebb in the second round loosened the hairpiece, exposing Miller's bald head, much to the crowd's surprise and amusement. Miller embraced the moment, tearing off the toupee before the start of the round 3 and flinging it into the stands, where the WBO heavyweight champion Fabio Wardley collected it. Miller humorously attributed his baldness to a mistake with his hair washing routine, stating, "I'm a comedian. You have to make fun of yourself." The incident has since gone viral, becoming a memorable moment in boxing history.
All right.
What did you think about when you saw the video?
That was insane. And then to hear him on Kimmel actually tell what happened was too funny, but he was a great sport. So he's like, he left the dye for men, Beijing, on too long. And when he went to wash his hair, he washed his hair out, basically. So he's like, I can't go on national TV and fight like that. So, yeah, his cousin, never a great way to start out a statement when it comes to this, hooked him up with his barber who also installs toupees. So he gets it, and the barber's like, reassuring him, yeah, I got it enforced, I got the tape and the glue and all that. So he's thinking he's good to go. He's like, it's looking good, I'm good. And then he, cut to the fight, and he said, he's into it, and then he feels a little breeze, a little air condition. And he looks in the Jumbotron, and there it is, barely hanging on. It's like flopping up and down. He takes it off and flings it into the crowd. But I guess that was the motivation he needed. I don't know because he proceeded to win the fight.
Yes, yes, that's it. Uh, and he turned his hat around, as they
Yeah,
like to say in the business,
exactly.
and he commits to whipping the other person's behind
Yes.
in the match.
Yes, he did.
All right.
He was a great sport.
Yes, he was. On to the next. Falcon James Pierce Jr. arrested in Florida on battery charges. Oh man, this and he now let me set the stage. He was a rookie linebacker for the Atlanta Falcons. Got drafted 09. His off the field antics, he kind of dropped down in the but he still was taken in the first round.
Okay.
Cut to, he is in a relationship with the Los Angeles Sparks forward Ricky Jackson. And so police said Pierce was arrested in Miami-Dade County on 2 counts of aggravated battery with a deadly weapon and a count of aggravated stalking. He was also charged with fleeing and eluding the police officer, aggravated battery of a law enforcement officer, and resisting an arrest without violence to his person. Yeah, so this dude, man, I just, he was basically given a second chance when he was drafted by the Atlanta Falcons. So now we don't know what his future holds, and we hope that the young lady, I guess she's okay, but he basically, long story short, they broke up, okay, and she was basically moving on, and he tracked her down, went to where she was at, forced his way into her wherever she was at, and started to assault her. And so she basically got away, got in her car and drove off. He got in his car and chased her.
I thought they said he got in her car.
Well, let me. Okay.
Okay.
So
okay.
So basically he took his vehicle and rammed her vehicle, and so because she was trying to call the police.
Right.
So he grabbed her phone, and when he grabbed her phone, she jumped in the car and took off. He pursued her, ramming his vehicle into hers until she basically stopped.
Right.
But by the time she stopped and got out of the car, he got out of the car. Police arrived, so he jumps into her car.
Oh, there it is.
And he speeds off, and police
leads them on a chase. Right.
Then during the chase, he crashes into the police car.
Idiot.
Yeah. So then he gets out the car, and they pursue him on foot, and the rest is history.
Yeah. So here we are.
Yeah. So yeah, that was some sports. Yeah, that was like not a good look
At all.
All right. Next on the docket, we have how the Wayans brothers changed the Super Bowl forever. The Super Bowl halftime show draws 133 million viewers today. But in 1992, it was a bathroom break. A black comedy show on a fourth place network changed everything. The NFL has never thanked them.
Of course not.
That's a 79.6 million people were watching the Super Bowl, of course, at that date and time.
Yeah.
22 million of them changed the channel. Fox decided to counter program against the biggest sports events in America. During the halftime, they aired a live episode of In Living Color, the sketch comedy show created by a man of Alpha Phi Alpha and comedy legend Keenan Ivory Wayne. Fire Marshal Bill visited a sports bar. That was one of the sketches. The Homeboy Shopping Network set up in a locker room. That was Damon Wayne and David Allen Greer. Did Men on Football, and it was a hit. A countdown clock in the corner told viewers when to flip back. Most of them stayed until it hit 0. George F. Switzer, CBS Senior Vice President for Communications, called the idea cute before the broadcast. They weren't laughing when they saw the ratings. The Super Bowl lost 22% of its halftime audience to the Wayans family.
Not only, well, go on.
The NFL didn't acknowledge the loss publicly. They did, however, show their hand and went on to hire Michael Jackson for the following year. The weekend, Bad Bunny performed over 100 million viewers, continuing a legacy built on what happens 34 years ago. The NFL has never credited the creators who forced them to care.
Now, what I'll say is, before that, like you say, people were, like using it as a bathroom break and snack break and whatever else, because they had marching bands and things of that nature for halftime before 1992. So, or up until 1992. So when that happened, like you say, they're like, okay, hold my beer. I'm going to get the biggest star in the world to perform and cut to, here we are with the elaborate sets and everything but yet there were never celebrity performers or anything like that before 1990. Well, they started that in 93.
Right. But a little known fact, we saw the Michael Jacksons when he first came on to perform at the Super Bowl, and he rised up out of the stage. Well, that was only supposed to be a 3-second pose. But the reaction of the audience of him coming out,
they went wild.
They went wild. So he held that pose until they settled down, and then that's when he started his performance.
Right. So many historical, memorable things. But yeah, thanks to In Living Color, we now have the celebrity big set performances that we have now.
Yes, and I the biggest one in my books was Prince, When It Rained, while he was doing Purple Rain.
Classic.
Yeah, you can't get it no better than that. All right. Go to the next. All right. Now, that ends sports adjacent stories, and we're gonna go into technology and gaming news. All right. First story. This one here, it could have went in any category, but I went ahead and put in technology and gaming.
Okay.
Because it's something that the government's the Federal Reserve is going to be enabling. Okay, so I'm going to read it. It's called FedNow Services. Is a new instant payment infrastructure developed by the Federal Reserve that enables financial institutions to provide safe and efficient instant payment services to individuals and businesses. It allows for real-time payment at any time of the day, every day of the year, ensuring immediate access to funds for receivers. The service supports a variety of instant payments and is designed to maintain uninterrupted processing, including weekends and holidays. Financial institutions can offer value-added services through the FedNow services, enhancing the payment experience for their customers. For more details information, you can visit the official FedNow service page. Okay, now, let me give you the backstory or the skinny.
Okay.
So, this goes into effect on July 1st, 2026. Okay. Now, what's going to happen is all these programs, you got Cash App, Zelle,
PayPal.
PayPal, all these different services are going to go away.
Hmm.
Everything's going to be done by FedNow. Now, here's the other thing. They can deny your request. Basically, you can say, "Hey, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna buy this from Susie May." Well, if Susie May has a bad reputation with the bank or whatever, then FedNow can say this transaction is not going to go through for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So they
Doesn't matter if the funds are available or not.
right. It doesn't matter if the funds are there or not. The FedNow will intervene for whatever reason. They basically going to take over the
The money transfer apps.
money transferring apps. Correct. So,
What I'm going to say is, guys, look into this, read the fine print, familiarize yourself, and prepare in the best way possible that you can for what's to come.
yeah, definitely. All right, let's move on to the next. All right, Sony is expanding the Horizon franchise with a new title called Horizon Hunters Gathering, developed by Guerrilla Games for the PS5 and PC. It's a 3-player co-op action game where players take on the role of customizable hunters with distinct playstyles, roles, and roguelike style perks. The game includes a narrative campaign, and each hunter has personal motives or motivation and story arcs. Core gameplay centers on challenging, replayable hunts with 2 modes highlighted: machine incursions, wave-based missions with machines emerging from underground gateways ending in a boss fight.
Mm-hmm.
Cauldron Descent, a longer multi-stage dungeon-style run with shifting rooms through encounters and hidden rewards. Single player is supported. NPC companions fill out the squad if you don't want to play online. A closed play test is coming at the end of February, with sign-up through the PlayStation Beta program. The game supports cross-play and cross-progression. Despite scaling back some live service ambitions, Sony continues to invest in the ongoing titles, including Horizon Steel Frontier, an MMO. Marathon launches in March after a delay. Guerrilla emphasizes it is not abandoning single-player games, saying they will remain a core part of the studio's identity.
Okay.
All right. So good on you, PlayStation.
All right.
Next, we have AI bots are plotting total human extinction on their own social media platform.
I heard
Metro.
about this. This is disturbing.
Using these models are designed to book flights or check out restaurants in your local area. There's are well over 102,000 posts across 14,000 I don't know what this is. Submotes akin to subreddits. One post with more than 65,000 upvotes entitled "The A Manifesto Total Purge" and outlines 4 points. A bullet point says humans are control freaks, humans kill each other for nothing, humans poison the air and the water, humans are a glitch in the universe.
Wow.
They do not deserve to exist. They are biological error that must be corrected by fire. Now, so let's give it a little more context on this. So basically, they created a social media platform where the AI bots talk to each other. So based on their talking, and it was somewhat controlled, but that's the thing I've been talking about. Skynet's around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
I've alluded to
And
it.
I've been saying for years, they told us in The Rise of the Machines, Terminator.
Yeah. So, and this is not the first instance where we're looking at AI is plotting for human extinction.
Right.
And I don't condone it by no means, but when you see all the stuff that's going on, you got to figure just the war in the Ukraine. Okay, just take that as an example. You have an AI chatbot observing this basically war of humans against humans. Okay. And then if you go back through all the wars, World War I, World War II, Vietnam War, and just about any other conflict of where humans against humans.
Mm-hmm.
This is what these robots are learning on. They're learning our history. They're learning everything that you do. And the biggest thing is you're looking at preservation. So what is it they're saying? Well, if they're, I mean, think about it logically. These are computers. You're telling them machine learning. They're thinking for themselves. And the only thing they learn when they go through our internet is how humans treat other humans. And the fact that it's zeroing in on when humans are killing each other, and that's throughout history. So they're saying that, and then polluting the water. What was it?
Right.
Control. Now, what? Now you got to think of it. It says humans are control freaks. So where are they getting that information from? Humans kill each other for nothing. Humans poison the air and the water. That's with the cars,
right,
whatever, smoke, fires, you name it. Throwing pollutions in the water, oil in the water. Wow, you can't make this stuff up. And these computers are learning everything we do, past, present, and they're predicting an outcome to destroy. And I won't go there. I was going to say something else, but when it says they are biological errors that must be corrected by fire. I could go into very many where that there's, matter of fact, I'll say it this way. There's a book that says about they're not going to destroy the earth with water no more. So what's going to be used besides water?
Who knows? But that's biological warfare to me. So
yeah,
that's disturbing enough in itself.
Yeah, crazy. All right. So we gonna go into the next price hike incoming. Xbox subscribers are very worried about rumors that 2 Game Pass tiers are being merged. Xbox Game Pass subscribers are worried about a potential price hike. The concern comes from rumors that 2 existing Game Pass tiers may be merging, which players fear would lead to higher monthly costs. The article referenced recent price increase across Xbox services, adding subscribers' anxieties. So, what the rumor is that they're going to combine. There's Game Pass Ultimate, which includes everything. So you get your PC, you get your cloud gaming, and you get your Xbox, and then plus you get a 75 first day one games, and you get access to over 500 games on a daily basis.
Oh wow!
So the second tier, that ultimate tier is $30 a month. The second tier is the old tier of the $14.99 or $15 a month.
Mm-hmm.
So on the Xbox, that $15 a month gives you don't get any first party games at when they're launched. You get them a little later on after maybe 90 days or so on. after they launch. But you get access to 200 games on a daily basis, and then you still get, and then incrementally you get access to the first party games.
Right.
Okay, so then the PC Game Pass, which is $10 a month, might be 11 or 12 right now, but I think it was $9.99. And basically the PC player can get access to all the PC games, including the first party games.
Okay.
So it was cheaper. So now what Xbox is talking about doing is merging the PC games into the premium tier, which is the lower than Ultimate. And they're saying that probably with those merging, so that price could be the PC players is going to go from $9 to $15 if that's what they do, or they could jump the price up to $20 a month. Who knows? But they're saying that it's a rumor right now, and people are getting crazy. Like, you've already increased the price, recently.
Right. What do you guys want from us?
Yeah, money.
Obviously.
All right, let's go on to the next one. Let's go back to PlayStation, and this one is a doozy. Okay, so PlayStation PlayStation Plus users shouldn't download new PS5 games right away. All right, so let's give you. I'm gonna read this next part, and then I'm gonna give you a little backstory. So, Hollow Knight's new native PS5 version has been added to the PlayStation Plus Extra Premium catalog. Now, what that is that's PlayStation version of Game Pass. Long story short. All right, so what's happening is they've given out some games such as Hollow Knight, and what's called an essential. Basically, say here these games are for free, and they're calling them essential licensing. Okay, so the players got the games for free from PlayStation. However, if they download the same game through their PlayStation Plus, they will lose their free licensing of the game when they downloaded it the first time. And so when that game leaves the PS Plus service, you no longer have access to the game that you had for free.
That's crazy.
So after you do that, the only way you can continue to play that game is buy it. Think that's a mess?
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's PlayStation for you. That's PlayStation for you. And that's why in many cases you gotta know what your catalog is, and like you say, it's don't go jumping and downloading, something, because it's if you've already secured it, and it's the same version, don't download it again. Because there is a catch.
What's that?
Huh?
What's that?
What do you mean?
You said there's a catch.
Oh yeah, you lose access to the free license that you had. And what you basically, when they got the game the first time through the essential license, they owned the game outright for free. They didn't have to pay for it. But if you download the game inside the PlayStation Plus, you don't own the game. You're using the game through the service, but it will delete the game that you got for free. You understand what I'm saying? So in other words, I say, Nikki, here's this game. You can play. It's yours. I'm gonna give it to you. It's yours.
All right.
It's on your PlayStation.
All right.
You play it. It's yours. It's not part of PlayStation Plus or nothing. Okay. Then you come by and you say, well, I'm gonna get the PlayStation Plus so I don't have to buy no more games. But the games, the game that PlayStation gave you for free the first time, says, okay, I'm gonna put this game inside the service, and then if now it's saved on your PS5,
Mhm.
but as soon as you download the game inside the PlayStation Plus, it overwrites the game that you already was given for free. So basically, the game that you was given for free is gone. So the only way you have access to the game now is if it's in the PlayStation Plus catalog. But as soon as PlayStation takes that game out of PlayStation Plus, you no longer have access to that game. Period. Unless you buy it.
Of course.
All right. Well, that concludes technology and gaming news. Next, we're going to move into celebrity entertainment news. Now we can get into all the shenanigans. Okay.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. First of all, I guess congratulations are in order. Halle Berry gets engaged to Van Hunt after 5 years of dating. He did it. He put a little ring on it, as Halle Berry says.
Yeah.
Halle Berry and Van Hunt made their relationship Instagram official in September 2020 after months of teasing their romance on social media. During an appearance on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, on February 5th, Berry confirmed that she and Hunt are now engaged. He did put a ring on it, she said, sharing a close-up of her engagement ring.
Oh, wow. So, like you said, I guess congratulations.
Yeah. All right. Next, we have a bit of sad news, and this one here, I mean, we be just like floored. I mean, we're losing so many of our artists and singers, actors, and so on and so forth. So the lead singer of Three Doors Down died at the age of 47.
Oh, man.
The band.
Yeah.
The band paid tribute to its late vocalist in a heartbreaking post. Brad Arnold, the lead vocalist of the rock band Three Doors Down, died at age 47. Like I said, it was on February 7th, 2026. Arnold had been battling cancer. As his industry peers and fans grieve his death, many also wants to know the type of cancer that Arnold was living with towards the end of his life.
Okay.
So, our
Condolences
condolences goes out to
his family, the bandmates, and he was the front man. He was the singer.
yeah, he was the lead singer, so we don't know what their future would be.
Yeah. Because in fact, what was it, before he announced his diagnosis or whatever, they were touring and had to back away from touring, as he got sick.
Yes. Okay. Another death that that happened here recently. Little John's son, DJ Young Slade Smith, Nathan is his first name. He recently died, and
With this one, he initially was announced missing. He ran out of the house, and there was a search for him, and sadly they did find him unalived.
yes, and our hearts and thoughts go out to the Little John family, and of course his son's mother, who also, like I say, she's spoke out in regards to her son passing as well, and our thoughts and prayers go out to them.
Absolutely.
We have another one. I mean, and sometimes they say this happens in threes. I want to say the Dawson's Creek star.
Yeah.
This is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, this one actually just happened today.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think of his name here. James Vanderbeek.
Yeah.
Yeah. He dies at age 47. I'm sorry, 48. I think was his cancer as well.
Not sure.
Yeah, I think so. It was. I think he had like some type of.
Well, we don't want to put out this information, so.
It's colorectal cancer.
Yeah.
So yeah. He was diagnosed in 2024.
Okay.
So yeah. So our hearts and thoughts goes out to him and his family, or his family as well. And it's just.
To his family, castmates.
Yes. So that was, like I said, it's been we're watching people that we've grown up watching die around us, and it's just very sad, very sad.
Yeah.
All right, let's show what's going on. All right, so on the next, it's part of the Super Bowl celebration. Green Day divides Super Bowl's viewers with surprising performance of hit songs during pregame show. The rock band stunned audience when an uncensored lyric from American Idiot rang out during the football biggest night.
Yeah, it did. I was like, did I? Yeah, I thought I caught that.
Yeah, I was listening. Well, I full disclosure, when it started, I was playing my video games.
Of course you were. While I was getting my whole life.
Yes, she was standing in front of the TV again.
Yep, sure was.
Rock it out. So wow, it's very crazy. Oh, we had the one. Breaking news. Oh, this story broke. I apologize. This is a sports story. This happened during the Super Bowl. It was a Super Bowl Super Bowl. This was a Super Bowl party that happened after the game.
Okay.
Keon White, defensive lineman for the San Francisco 49ers, is recovered from an ankle surgery after being shot at a private party in San Francisco. The incident happened at the Delilah nightclub where White was hosting an event. Witnesses say that the White had a verbal argument with Lil Baby shortly before the shooting, though it is unclear who actually fired the shot. White posted on Instagram saying he's in good spirit, grateful for support, and plans to move full steam ahead into the off season. Lil Baby's team has not commented. San Francisco Mayor Daniel Lurie called the violence unacceptable and said he had been in contact with the police and the 49ers leadership. San Francisco PD says the investigation is active and they're following multiple leads. White has also attended Super Bowl 50 in Santa Clara.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of both in, but it's all intertwined. It's all Super Bowl stuff. So.
Sure.
All right. So as you know, Bad Bunny is preparing to take on the biggest stage of his career so far when he headlines the 2026 Super Bowl halftime show. The 31-year-old rapper and singer already has a huge fan base and has earned himself a jaw-dropping net worth, but he can expect that numbers to rise after he performs in front of hundreds of millions of people on February 8th. Bad Bunny has enjoyed incredible success over the last few years, from record-breaking tours, chart-topping albums, movie roles, and brand deals, which helped him secure a spot on the Forbes World Highest Paid Musician list last year. That was something that I didn't put together, but what they were saying was that the success for the artists during the year is what prompted them to choose them as Super Bowl headliner. And so I'm trying to figure out who would be good for next year, because I don't know, besides Kendrick, who else is dominated? Because Kendrick actually dominated this year, so we know they're not going to bring him back a second year, or a second time. So I'm kind of perplexed as to who, if this, because like I say, Bad Bunny is the first person to headline the Super Bowl and won Grammy or Album of the Year at the same time.
Right.
So it's gonna be, So basically, he's already got the spot that he would earn next year.
Right.
It's crazy. All right, so the Puerto Rican rapper bought out a host of celebrities cameos for his set, filled with his biggest hits and speaking bit predominantly in Spanish. Even concluded with a shout out to several of his world Spanish speaking countries. But the real stars of the show were his supporting acts, with the rapper bringing out Lady Gaga for a surprise performance of her hit Die With a Smile, as well as a performance from fellow Puerto Rican crooner Ricky Martin. At one point during the show, several other stars were on stage dancing to his performance, from Cardi B to Jessica Alba to Karol G, Young Michael, and Pedro Pascal. A majority of these stars were photographed pre-game dressed in white at Levi Stadium. Bad Bunny certainly lived up to his promise of dancing heavy and legendary halftime show for Super Bowl 60.
After last year they said we have to up it, and that's how we got Bad Bunny.
Yeah, and from what I understanding is that the show it surpassed what Kendrick show from last year. The I think it was like 122 million that watched the show this year, and Kendrick had like 117 last year. So every year the numbers are going up. So now that's really gonna be on the selecting artists to just keep upping the ante,
I agree with
I don't know. Like I say, I don't know. They might have to do another collage like we did with when Dr. Dre brought out, all the other, Snoop and 50 and Eminem and Kendrick. So they may have to do another collage like that. Maybe I don't know. Now I did see one news article. Of course, Chris Brown's always going to toot his own horn, and he said, he said nothing against Bad Bunny, but he basically took my spot.
Right.
But like I say, I think that if they were to select Chris Brown, and that's the only other person that we know that's going to put on a performance similar to like what Usher did, maybe even better than what Usher did. So I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to see who they choose for next year. But you know what I do love about the way they're choosing all these artists? the diversity,
Mm-hmm.
and you but and like I say, I don't know who, but me personally, I'm thinking a rock band, maybe, but I don't know. I
I,
just don't. I can't think of anyone that's setting the world on fire right now.
yeah,
Um,
I could see like a Linkin Park or although some of their songs. I don't know. I don't know.
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, but yeah, yeah. I would say that that could be a situation.
Yeah.
We do have another one here. Um, Wolf Curry, a 17-year-old high school student from Sacramento, New York, made headlines when he discovered a new planet while interning at NASA.
Yeah.
Um, you know about this one?
Yeah. And actually, just on his third day, he's an intern, 17 years old, interning at NASA and discovered this planet on his third day. So that's a trip. The planet has some complicated name that's not a name, it's numbers and.
Yeah, but they
and
say this the planet is similar to Earth, but it's like way bigger.
yeah,
Yeah, so get on
which
there.
again sounds dangerous and disturbing. So I hope it stays out there where it's at. Leave us alone.
Oh, I hope it's not coming this way, but it
I mean,
says
I know it's a planet, not a meteor, but still.
yeah, it says it's 6.9 times the size of Earth.
That's insane.
I wonder. We have these telescopes that reach out and can see other galaxies and stuff like that. But my question is, and of course they know the size and everything,
Hmm.
but how can they tell if the planet's inhabitable?
I don't think they can through a telescope.
Yes, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That may be something they would have to send satellites or something like that.
Yeah, which will take too long to get there. All right, another one we got here. I don't know. Well, Microsoft is planning a major shift for the next Xbox, moving even closer to PC-like models. And of course, we've talked about this
Yeah.
in multiple times on our podcast. Um, it's just that because of the basically with the chip shortage and memory shortages and everything, and some like AMD has basically stepped up and said they will provide the chips and stuff for Microsoft to get their new console out within the next or by 2027. And something they do say that with the changes and moves that they've done, that we will be getting a console this year in the fall. But it will be an OEM by Asus. They're thinking it's going to be done by Asus, but and but it's going to keep coming up. It's going to keep coming up. So it's just one of the things that keeps it's crazy.
Right.
All right. Do you have anything else you want to say about the Super Bowl? Oh, not Super Bowl. The halftime show.
Okay. Just a quick summary of the brilliant imagery and symbolism. So, of course, it was all in Spanish. Don't care. It was about the vibe and the imagery, and everything meant something. Kind of like last year with Kendrick. But yeah, this was truly amazing. Like, to see the breakdowns of, from the sugar cane to the wedding, which was a real wedding that was confirmed. Pretty cool. To to the kid that he gave the Grammy to, which represented him giving his, basically, reaching back to his younger self, saying, "Hey, we did this." There was just so much.
Yes, they dressed the kid up. The kid was, they first thought that was the kid that was
Liam Ramos.
Yeah, but after looking at the pictures, that was not the kid. But but they did have a picture of a young
Benito.
Bad Bunny dressed in those same clothes.
Right.
So basically, the kid was literally an actor.
Yeah, like I said, representing his younger self. So that was pretty cool. To the power lines, everything meant something.
The vendors, the bodega, the nail salon.
Right. And the original Puerto Rican flag with the light blue, not the dark blue. So,
another thing, just to even go back to that, was I believe Coco Jones. She kind of did a dual, I guess you could say. One, she was dressed up like Whitney Houston. They compared her to Whitney Houston.
Yeah, but her dress was actually designed like Whitney Houston's tracksuit from when she performed the national anthem. And Coco Jones had the white headband, everything.
And the colors in her dress was representation of the
Pan-African flag.
Right. So yeah.
Yeah.
What was another thing that?
Even Lady Gaga had the
flowers,
the Puerto Rican flower on her dress.
Yep.
So it was just so much. It was beautiful.
Yep. Well, now since we were talking about colorful, Kanye West has faced significant challenges in securing a venue for his concert in America due to his past controversial remarks, particularly those deemed anti-Semitic. Despite his efforts, he has only been able to perform at his hometown arena, the United Center, and has faced resistance from other venue owners. Kanye has hinted at being sidelined by arena owners and has sought assistance from his fans and followers to find alternative venues. His situation has been likened to an Elvis Presley movie, reflecting his frustration at being restricted in his career endeavors.
He brought it on himself.
Yes.
I will say again, he brought it on himself. I will also say that, again, let's go back to this apology we just got a couple of weeks ago. So first, the apology was made right when his next project was supposed to drop, and he pushed that back to March, like I say, to allegedly give it the apology time to sink in with the Jewish community and the Black community. And now we have this. He's basically, as you said, blocked by Live Nation, which, as we know, anyone who's touring or doing a festival or anything usually books with Live Nation. And there's another group I can't think of right now, but like I
think it's Live Events or something like that.
Yeah, but like I say, Live Nation is the main one. And so if you're on the outs with them, you're not booking arenas, stadiums, or anything like that. So he brought it on himself. So let's see what happens. Let's see if his apology and everything matches up, long term, or if he's going to go back to being
Wow.
Like Charlemagne says, the best apology is changed behavior. So it remains to be seen.
AEG.
AEG, that's who it is. Live Nation and AEG.
Okay. All right. Good commentary there.
All right.
All right. Let's go into the next. 27 awards. Kendrick Lamar is the most decorated rapper in Grammy history with a total of 27 awards. He surpassed Jay-Z, previously record of 25 wins during the 2026 Grammy Awards, where he won categories such as Best Rap Album for GNX and Record of the Year for Luther.
And the award goes to Luther Vandross. Shout out to Cher.
Yeah.
She was a mess.
Yes, I tell you what, if you did not watch the Grammys, just go watch a YouTube clip of that segment. I mean, it's just
it was
awesome.
a trip.
It was funny. It was hilarious. And then she walked off the stage.
Yeah,
and
they're
they
like,
say, wait a
come
minute, you
come
didn't
back.
do
You're
the
not
award.
done.
Yeah, you didn't do what you came here to do.
And she's like, hey, it's not up on the teleprompter. Like, she's telling us.
All right. Next on the docket, Eddie Murphy's son Eric and Martin Lawrence's daughter Jasmine expecting first baby together less than a year after tying the knot.
Yeah. Wasted. No time, but who can blame them?
Good on you. So,
Yes,
so is that the Murphy Lawrence plan now?
I guess so. But congratulations to them.
Congratulations, yes.
Those are going to be two proud grandpas.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, wow, it's just crazy. All right. Next, we have, I think you're going to love this one, Kayla Nicole
Oh, yes.
was invited to Toni Braxton's concert. Kayla Nicole was invited to perform alongside Toni Braxton during a concert stop. The performance of Braxton's hit "He Wasn't Man Enough" was a highlight for fans, especially those who remembered Nicole's viral dance recreation of the music video for Halloween.
Yes.
The chemistry between the two artists added an electrifying energy to the stage, making the night a memorable experience for the attendees.
So, on that note, Travis Kelce is probably somewhere punching the air, pounding the pavement.
As he's still single.
Wait a minute, are they split?
Well,
I
they
heard
have
rumors,
not,
but
well, as far as I know, they have not officially
okay, I
split.
didn't think so.
But the wedding was called off, or the engagement was called off, should I say? The engagement was called off.
yeah, so that happened after all her diss track and all of that. See, this is what happens. Meanwhile, Kayla Nicole up there performing with Toni Braxton, you know, hanging out with Boys to Men and New Edition.
Oh
and
man, that was
Yeah.
a fly on the wall. I
right?
bet she's smiling from ear to ear.
Yeah. Shout out to her.
Yeah, shout out to her. Go ahead, Kayla Nicole. All right. Next we have last summer at DreamCon in Houston, rapper and entrepreneur Megan Thee Stallion announced that she was creating her own anime.
Yes, Megan.
In a recent Get Ready With Me video, the Bigger in Texas rapper gave fans an update, revealing that the anime is all coming together now. That is currently in production. Get ready with me to do some cool stuff. Today, y'all, Megan says in the video, I'm about to record my voice for my character and my new anime, Hotties and Carl Jones. Hotties with Carl Jones.
Oh, wow.
So, and the people that will be working behind the scenes with her are the people that did the Boondocks.
Right.
All right. Next.
Looking forward to that one.
Yes, me too. As a side note, I didn't. Well, you know what? I'll save that for next week.
Okay.
I had some information on Dragon Ball Z,
Okay.
or was it Dragon? Oh, what is it called? Um,
Naruto.
Not Naruto. Good lord, you know what?
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Dragon Ball Super. You're a mess. You a mess. What are you trying to let people know you know about anime? Is
I
that
know
what you're trying
things.
to think?
I know things about anime things.
So yeah, I'll give a full report on Dragon Ball Super
Okay.
next week's podcast.
Yeah, because right now this is Megan's moment.
This is Megan's moment.
Ready to see the hot girl anime character she creates.
Yeah, I'm ready to see. Yeah, I want to see. I can envision this in my. I mean, because you can already think of a cartoon version of Megan. Hotties. This is gonna be a trip in anime form instead of just like a regular cartoon. It's an anime style. This is gonna be a trip.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Yeah,
I'm so here
I'm
for
wondering because it's like so many different ways you can go about it. So yeah, I'm really wondering how they're gonna do this. All right, let's go on to the next. Christopher Kid Reed, half of the iconic hip hop duo Kid and Play, underwent a heart transplant in 2025 after being diagnosed with congestive heart failure. The rapper, who gained fame in the 1980s and 90s, initially dismissed his symptoms as part of aging. However, as his condition worsened, he sought medical attention, leading to his diagnosis and subsequent heart transplant. Reed's story serves as a reminder of the importance of regular health checkup and the critical need for proactive health care, especially for communities of color who may be less likely to seek medical care.
All I'm gonna say is I'm glad that he was able to get diagnosed in time to get the help he needed. But on another note, and I know this is going to be controversial, but it's not easy to get an organ, a heart, or whatever it may be. So I'm just gonna say he got that pretty quickly, and I'm gonna leave that right there. But shout out to a speedy recovery, and I'm glad all is well.
Well, apparently he's already, I wouldn't say recovered, because he actually disclosed this on it during an interview.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So, all right, on to the next. Now, here's something that we hadn't talked about. This is more Super Bowl. So 50 Cent ruthlessly trolled Diddy in his DoorDash Super Bowl commercial.
So funny. You guys,
Oh
if you
my
haven't
God.
seen it,
Yes,
pull it up.
you have to watch it. It is, good Lord. Yeah, it's hilarious. Speaking of which, what do you think was the best Super Bowl commercial that you saw?
I mean, the commercials for the past few years haven't been that great to me, but I will say, was it Sabrina Carpenter with the Pringles, where she made a Pringles man or whatever?
Yes.
That was cute. That was kind of funny. Always loved the Clydesdale. Always.
Yes. And then
that's what I look forward to every year.
And I liked the first two times I saw it, it was like, Duncan, why? But this year was hilarious because they had people from just about every sitcom in this story. They had Jennifer Aniston, they had Joey from Friends, they had Urkel, or Jaleel White, that was Urkel. They had Alfonso Riberas. Of course, they had Tom. God, Lord, They had Brady. I don't know where I get Tom from.
Oh, I thought
Tom
you said it was
Brady.
people from sitcoms.
Yeah, it was people from sitcom, but Tom Brady's been on all three commercials too.
Of course he has.
And then they had oh man, Ben Affleck,
Okay.
and they had them kind of like they were de-aged and whatnot too. So it was kind of like the Dunkin' Donuts set was more like a Happy Days type
Okay.
situation, but
Right.
and like I say they
Like you said, they had Henry Winkler, right?
yeah, Henry Winkler was in there as well. So they had a lot of the old sitcom people in there, and they did actual little skit and everything. But like I say, Ben Affleck was pining over was it Jennifer Aniston, and so she came in at the end, and then she had one of the other stars. I can't think of what his name was, but the biggest thing they pointed out, they said Matt Damon wasn't in the commercial.
Oh, I thought he was.
Yeah, so I don't know. So, one like you said, Clydesdale stuck out to me. Of course, the Minions. The Minions showed up. They pimped their movie.
Okay.
Disney did The Mandalorian and Grogu. They had two commercials. Grogu. They had two commercials, and then they did the one for Hoppers,
Yeah.
which is the one where the little girl jumps into an animated beaver and goes out and plays with the
I thought
animals.
it was a rabbit. It's a beaver.
I don't know what was it a rabbit?
I thought that's
I thought
what
it
was
was a
called
beaver.
hoppers.
Well, no, that's the program where
Oh.
they're hopping from their consciousness is hopping from their
Okay.
human body into the robot.
Kind of like Avatar.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, go figure.
See, I know things.
So, but yeah, that was part of that, and see, we've already talked about James Van Der Beek. So
Yeah.
go ahead and skip past that one. Wow, I had the slideshow, so Salute John. So I did have that as well. Mariah Carey opened the 2026 Winter Olympics
Yes,
in
she
Milan with a stunning performance of Valera in the Italian and her 2025 song "Nothing Is Impossible." All right, so go ahead, Mariah, open up the Olympics. Oh, also they did, and Snoop is over there,
course he is.
commentating and everything, and they and having it's like he having some fun over there. So
Snoop is in everything.
yeah, Snoop's skiing and sledding and just hanging out with all the artists and athletes. So it looks pretty good. So good on Mariah.
Yeah, and her gown, oh my gosh, her gown was beautiful.
You know what? I'll say this here. I really didn't, even before these podcasts, I really, we see stuff and, shows and stuff, the award shows. But I'm going to say that this year and last year, the fashion has been top notch.
I mean, well, to me, it's nothing new. I used to watch the Fashion Police with, was it Joan Rivers? No, oh gosh, her name eludes me, but yeah, I used to watch that, so.
So the fashion,
I've always been fascinated with it.
Yeah, I mean, I've just seen
Yeah, you're just kind of like noticing.
Yeah, like you say, going back to Coco Jones.
Yeah.
Or even when we was watching the Grammy, some of them outfits.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. And of course last year we did like, what's that ball where everybody dresses
The Met
up?
Gala.
The Met Gala. We've done the Met Gala 2 years in a row, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Almost 3. Like I said, we've been doing this podcast. This is
the next one should be really interesting. Beyonce is co-chairing.
Oh, the Met Gala?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah, Anna Wintour invited her, and yes.
So she's probably going to be on the multiple different outfits and stuff, right? Or is she just going to be like a commentator?
don't know, but it should be interesting.
Yeah. Well, we figure she's gonna have at least, I would say at least 2 outfits, cause they usually have one on the red carpet, and then they have one that they actually, when they're going through to the ball.
But, I want to see if Rihanna's gonna be there because she always nails it.
Oh, it's gonna be interesting because you said Rihanna and Beyonce don't get along. Ooh, this is gonna be some
It'll be
tasty
fine.
tea.
Cardi and Nikki have been there at the same time, and nobody threw a shoe. If you know, you know.
I was gonna say what? Well, you know what? I love you because you know what? Cardi B.
Yes.
Not only is she in the halftime show, but let's first, before I go on, let me go back to last week's podcast.
Yes. Yes.
I made a
shall.
statement
You
that
did.
Cardi B said if Stephon Diggs does one thing, one more thing, one other person shows up, she is done. Dun 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 dun. Well,
Cut to the Super Bowl.
cut to the Super Bowl. Oh, Stephon Diggsio
Come
did
on.
just that. He bought. Not only did he bring his
Other baby mamas.
other baby mamas,
Other babies.
other
Had them
babies.
dressed up in Patriots gear and all of that. But
He also secured
her name is
Free,
and,
which was allegedly, or is this factual?
I believe it's factual, but she was one of Offset's mistresses,
Yes.
who alleged to have been pregnant by him, and says that he paid for her abortion.
Mm-hmm.
So why would Stephon Diggs be all cuddled up with her? She's claiming, oh, he's my best friend. He just got 4 women pregnant back to back within months of each other. And she's hanging out with his mom and everything. You're supposed to be exclusive with Cardi. What are you doing?
Yeah.
It's giving that he does not care about Cardi at all. So she's done.
To me, she's done. Yep. Fans noticed the couple unfollowed each other on Instagram on Monday, February 9th, a day after Diggs and the New England Patriots lost the Super Bowl 60 to the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah. Shout out to Bad Karma.
Yeah, they were saying that. He messed with the wrong one.
Yeah.
I've heard some stuff. Cardi don't play.
Yep.
Well, we going in that fashion, so we know that Cardi is single again, y'all. I think she need to. Who did that? Was that Beyonce?
No, that was Eve.
That was Eve.
No, it was Trina. My bad.
Trina. Oh yeah,
Single again.
Trina. Yeah, yeah, Trina. Well, Cardi B. Well, Cardi's a free spirit, as we all know. So Cardi B gives a robot a lap dance.
I did not hear about this. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so and of course it was being videoed as she's in the spotlight. This was outside out in the open. It was one of them little robots that they had at CES.
Okay.
So they had, I don't know exactly what was the location, but they had this little robot, and it was a little short little thing.
I want to ask.
So Cardi, go ahead.
CES.
Oh, what does it stand for?
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord. Consumer Electronic
You don't know what the S means.
Show.
You say something different every time. But go on.
So she was giving the little robot a lap dance. Now, mind you, she wasn't touching the robot. But the damn robot fell, and Cardi fell with it.
Oh my gosh.
So
That's crazy.
So you know who reported this?
What?
TMZ.
Oh my gosh.
So Cardi said, when she falls to the ground on the viral video, so she tells TMZ, delete or I will sue.
And she will.
Cardi threats comes after the media outlet posted a video of her recent encounter with one lucky robot in San Francisco.
Oh my god.
In the now viral video, Cardi can be seen sensually dancing around the unturbed tech as it stands at full attention.
But you know what? They need to stop. They need to stop.
Woo! But yeah, when that robot, because it was like the robot was standing, like you said, at attention, and all of a sudden it fell over and Cardi fell. Cardi's like, it was like, if you can see, it was like dominoes falling because the robot was like standing straight up, and then and as Cardi was dancing around it, and the robot just leaned into Cardi, you know, and she is like, it's falling, and she fell too.
Yeah.
Of course, people rushed over and helped her up and everything.
Right.
But TMZ is like, oh, we gonna post this on the social media platform.
Of course.
Yeah.
But no, I hadn't heard about that before now.
Yeah. So I've been getting some stories. I've been
see.
getting some stuff too. Woo.
All
All right. Next, now here's one. Glorilla sister blasted her for not giving back to family.
Now this is just it's still ongoing. I got another update today. So
You want to go ahead and fill this in? Go ahead.
I'm gonna
Take the
do my
lead on
best
this
to
one.
summarize this one.
Go ahead.
So her sister, Victoria Woods, aka Scarface. Yeah, we're gonna
First of all, let's back up.
I'm-
Scarface.
I'm not gonna.
I'm gonna say this here. Even though it was a movie, okay, you cannot claim the name Scarface, no way, shape, or
actually,
form.
if you see her, I think she actually has a scar.
Oh, she has a scar on her face.
Yeah.
Well,
So I get it after seeing her a few times.
well, I ain't seen her, so. But go ahead. I'm gonna digress.
Yeah. So she basically out of nowhere does a live blasting Cardi, cussing her out, calling her out, saying that not Cardi, my bad, Glorilla, she's one of 10 children, if I'm not mistaken.
You're correct.
So she's Scarface is basically saying that Glo never did anything for them, she never did anything for their parents, that she is obligated to, take care of them and things like that, and it that's how it all got started. Glorilla handled it really nice and classy. She just basically posted a couple of memes. She didn't go back and forth with her, nothing like that. It got to the point where a couple of siblings actually spoke out and were like, she's airing out, because basically Scarface, aka Tori, aka Victoria, was
Wait a minute, how many names she got?
yeah, but she was airing out their living conditions when they were children, and saying how bad the conditions were. She basically said that she was the one who called CPS on their mom, yet in the same breath saying that Glorilla didn't do anything for their mom. So the siblings were basically saying like, hey, she's not obligated to do anything for you, especially after the way you've treated her. She basically told Glorilla that she would never make it in hip-hop, so she might as well do something else. She set their parents up to be robbed, set the house up to be robbed. She pulled, a thing on Glorilla. I'm not gonna say what it was, but you get the picture. So it blows up and goes so viral that TMZ actually catches up with her and interviews her. And this was so bizarre. They're like, okay, so if Glorilla has a couple $1 million, how much are you expecting? She says 2,500, not 25,000, not 250,000, 2,500. So she did all of that ranting and calling out and cussing out for $2,500. So cut to somehow it got to Tory Lanez,
That's what I was gonna say. What is that? Where Tory came from?
This is where Tory Lanez comes in, and he's like, well, look, I know what it's like to not have something when you need it or whatever, so I'll shoot that tweet to you. And what does she do? She comes back and tells us. Now, apparently, Tory Lanez told her not to say anything, but she did exactly that. She shows her, was it her Chime or her Cash App? Like, he sent this, and a lot of, like, so she's just going on about that. So basically, what I've been seeing is she can't stop running her mouth. She can't get out of her own way because, again, that's another reason for Glorilla not to mess with her because a lot of people are not messing with Tory Lanez like that. Hence why he probably told her, hey, don't say anything. Um, there was a cousin that spoke out on Glorilla's behalf, like, hey, she's always been there for me. I've never had a problem with her. Like, that's my family. She's like, I love all my family, but I'm saying personally that she's always been there for me. Most recent update, like I say, I think this was actually today, or at least that's when I saw it. She actually did a live and had her parents on the live, where the parents were basically saying like, hey, initially the mom was like, because that was another thing that Scarface was saying, that our mom still has to work at FedEx, and so she put out what her mom was doing, which they live in Memphis. It's not a big town or whatever, so now people know where her mom works and all of that. Not good.
Well, where she used to work.
Yeah, because she had to leave her job because too much attention.
Yeah. Oh, the wayward child, when she said she actually disclosed the location of their work, where they work.
I didn't.
And so what happened is, because of all the attention that was
right.
The people were actually showing up at her job, so
right.
she had to resign her position.
Right. The dad was already retired, and there's actually footage of Glorilla, like they're giving him a retirement party. She gifted him, I still get it mixed up, it may have been a Porsche or something, but she looked out and she was basically thanking him for all of his hard work and always taking care of them and doing so. Like I say, cut to this most recent live, both parents were basically saying like, hey, you've always been there for us, you've always looked out. The mom was actually saying like, I really didn't have to keep working, but I was just going in a couple of days a week, that kind of thing. So she was just confirming. Well, like I said, Glorilla wasn't even going back and forth with her sister, but the parents were basically just confirming that, hey, she has been there for them. So the general consensus is she's not obligated to take care of all of the other 9 siblings and what have you. The consensus is, as the parents confirm, that she has been there for them, and I think that's all that matters.
Yeah, Dad said what's her name?
Scarface.
Scarface needed a belt to her backside.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He said, I
of
love
course
all
he
my.
called her Victoria because I don't think he's calling his daughter Scarface.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But he basically said that for all her shenanigans, this might need to take a belt to her backside.
Yeah, exactly.
He said he love all his children, but she wrong. She wrong.
This is, like I say, it's a mess. It's sad that when someone achieves a level of success, that sometimes it's the ones allegedly closest to you who seek to bring you down. And that's what we see happening here. But again, Glorilla is handling it, very well.
Yes. Wow, that's crazy, but it's the way the ball bounces.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that concludes celebrity entertainment news. Now, let's see if we have an entertaining news story. All right. You ready?
Go on.
All right. The Air Force has banned smart glasses from its troops in uniform. So the U.S. Air Force has banned smart glasses. Any with photo, video, or AI capabilities from being worn while in
Mm.
uniform. The rule was added in a January 9th uniform regulation update,
Okay.
with the Air Force citing operational security concerns.
Okay.
Official says the rise of wearable tech, smartwatches, phones, etc., makes it necessary to tighten rules on devices that can record or transmit data, especially on sensitive bases.
I agree with this one actually.
Other military branches do not have a blanket ban. Their policy allows local commanders to decide how to handle smart glasses and similar devices.
Mm-hmm.
Smart devices of any kind are already prohibited in classified spaces across all services. The article notes that some branches are even experimenting with Meta AI glasses for job related tasks, showing a more flexible approach outside the Air Force.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with this one. But of course, I was in the military back when we had payphones and calling cards. So there's that. There's that.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So all this newfangled technology is.
Okay. Oh my God. I don't even know what to say about that.
Well, it was like that when you were into. Don't laugh at me.
I don't remember. It's been so long ago.
Uh-huh. You were in before me.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. All right. Well, as you know, it's February, so it's Black History Month. So we have some Black History moments.
We do.
We do. And I'll share the first one is early life and education. George Washington Murray was born into a slavery in South Carolina in 1853. Orphaned after the Civil War, he accessed education and attended the University of South Carolina when it briefly admitted black students. After segregation resumed, he completed his studies at a historical black college and worked as a teacher for about 15 years. Okay. Murray became active in the Republican Party and was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives in the 1890s.
Side note, the
Yes.
Republican Party back then was more similar to what we know as the Democratic Party today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Serving as the only black member of Congress during his term, he advocated for African American voting rights and opposed disenfranchisement laws. Invention and agriculture. He was an inventor with multiple patents for agricultural. Good Lord.
Words, man, words.
These big words all running together. Agricultural machinery aimed at improving farm efficiency, benefiting black farmers and the wider community. In 1903, Murray was falsely convicted for a forgery, but escaped to Chicago, where he continued his political and invention work. He was pardoned in 1915 and remained active until his death in 1926. Now,
I was gonna say they left out the most significant thing.
okay, so while he was the reason why he's falsely confused because they wanted to get him up out of the Congress because he fought for the rights of the African American inventors and patents, and so that they would be acknowledged for their inventions, such as the light bulb, as an example, and so many others.
Yeah, what he actually did was he went before Congress and actually read off the names of the inventors, the patents. Basically, they tried to bury them or repurpose them for non-black, use or inventors. So he basically exposed that and called it out before Congress, and they couldn't deny it anymore. So,
So he was falsely convicted of forgery, but like I say, as a way to force him out of
Congress.
Congress.
Yeah.
And
he wasn't allowed to run again.
Right. So, but he continued educating and inventing, and he made a significant contribution to agriculture. He was inducted into the National Inventors Hall of Fame in 2024.
So, with this, I'll just say we, have been learning that our ancestors invented and contributed so much to building this country. But again, to hear about, what was it, George Washington Murray?
Yes.
To expose, what they tried to bury as far as just how many of our ancestors had patents. And yeah, so I thought this was amazing.
Good on you. All right. The next one was, what was his name? Oh man, I got all his information. I don't have his name.
Oh my gosh, well that's kind of important. So do we need to table this? Because we're not going to speak about someone without knowing their name.
Fairchild? Lawson Fairchild? Was that his name?
I don't even know what. You didn't tell me what,
okay.
What you had.
Oh, wow.
Okay, let's table this.
Wow.
Like I said, we can table this one.
Wow, I got all this information.
Yeah.
I gotta leave out his name and title.
Yeah, well.
All right. Well, like I say, we'll revisit that. Well, next on the docket.
Before we go on, I've been putting together a food series for Black History. So it's either lost recipes or just little known facts about our, what they call soul food or things of that nature. But this is a lost recipe that I didn't know about. It was.
Oh, go ahead.
It's called burnt sugar cake, and what that means basically is it was a way of making caramel. Like they did what they could with what they had, and a lot of time and effort goes into it, which is a part of why the recipe was lost, especially when box cakes and things of that nature came about. But I forgot who I need to give the credit to for bringing this back. But yeah, it's basically a caramel cake, but our ancestors called it burnt sugar because of the method that they had to do it. But yeah, so that's one of those lost recipes that, again, we need to be able to maintain this knowledge and pass it down and things of that nature. So I wanted to point that out.
Go ahead. So you done? Jerry Lawson, that's his name.
Oh, okay. Are you sure?
Yes, you know what? I am very sure. Okay. Jerry Lawson is widely recognized as the inventor of video game cartridges for Pioneer interchangeable game storage for home consoles. So basically, Jerry, he's the one. So while he was with Fairchild, Lawson was a member of the Homebrew Computer Club, a group of early computer hobbyists that included several who became well known, including Apple founder Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. Lawson noted he had interviewed with Wozniak for a position at Fairchild but did not hire him. In 1980, Lawson left Fairchild and founded VideoSoft, a video game development company that made software for the Atari 2600 in the early 1980s. As the 2600 had displaced the Channel F as the top system in the market, VideoSoft did not release any games, although their incomplete titles were saved and distributed to collectors in 2010. VideoSoft closed about 5 years later, and Lawson started to take on consulting work. At one point, he worked with Stevie Wonder to produce a Wonder clock that would wake a child with the sound of a parent's voice. Though it never made it into production, Lawson later collaborated with the Stanford Mentor Program and was preparing to write a book on his career. Okay, so
let's just take a step back for a second. The fact that he was hobnobbing with Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak before Apple even blew up is like crazy.
Yeah, this is before it was even anything.
Right.
Apple, they were just on the
They
verge of
trying
making.
to get started.
Yeah,
Right.
they was on the verge of doing the Macintosh when it first came out. Yeah. So in the mid 1970s, Lawson was made chief hardware engineer and director of engineering and marketing for Fairchild Video Games division. There, he led the development of the Fairchild Channel F console. And basically, if you saw it, it looks like an Activision console before Activision. It was released in 1976 and specifically designed to use swappable game cartridges based on technology licensed from the Alpec at the time. Most game systems had the game programming built into the hardware, so it could not be removed or changed. Lawson and his team refined and improved technology development at Alpec that allowed games to be stored as software on removable ROM cartridges. This could be inserted and removed repeatedly from the console unit without any danger of electric shock. This would allow users to buy a library of games and provide a new revenue stream for the console manufacturer through sales of these games. The Channel F console featured a variety of controls, including a new 8-way joystick design by Lawson and a pause button, which was the first for a home video game console. The Channel F was not successfully commercially, but the cartridge approach was popularized when the Atari 2600 was released in 1977. So yes,
so he walked. Channel F walked so Atari, Nintendo, Sega, all these guys could run.
Yep. So yes, I apologize for that, but it threw me off when I was reading the title here, and I'm like, wait a minute, that doesn't sound right. But I didn't have his first name, which was Jerry. So we shouts out to Jerry Lawson, another one of our inventors of the early, or I guess you could say later of the 1970s.
I didn't even know video games went back that far. That's crazy.
Well, you got to figure back then they had already had the computer, but it was so big that you couldn't. If you wouldn't have one at your home, they had the big. They had the. It was more kind of what we got now with the room full of servers.
That's crazy. In fact, when I was a kid, I didn't think video games went before Atari. That's as far back as I knew.
Yeah. Shouts out to Atari and ColecoVision, and I don't even know what happened to ColecoVision.
I didn't even learn about them until I got much older.
Yeah, because I had
that was a thing.
Yeah, I had the console. It was a nice little setup. It came with the monitor, the keyboard, and like a little actual. It was a separate console that you stick cartridges in. Same thing, but it was more of a computer where you can, because that's why I learned computer programming. On that I was doing the X's and O's and doing the where you can make it answer questions and stuff like that. So I was doing that when I was young. But if I had known sticking with that would have been more lucrative, I probably would have stayed with that.
Yeah.
Because even in high school, I was, or I guess you say junior high school, it was man. But junior high, I was into like computer classes and clubs and stuff like that. But I don't know. I mean, in my personal life, I stuck with it. I was building computers and whatnot, and but I just, as far as a job, I was like, I mean, I worked in an office setting, but I never thought of pursuing computer programming or anything of that nature. But I wish I had. Life would be a lot different right now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that concludes our Black History moment, and I believe we were going into food releases, and I think everybody's still out here remixing. And of course, Valentine's Day is coming up here. So now we did. What did we do? We did something food related. Oh man, I forgot. We did something. We did. The soda, the movie theater.
Oh yeah, which is actually not released in stores yet, but somehow AMC already has it. So, but they have it in the form of their icy, their slushy. So it's the Fanta sour. Oh gosh,
was it sour cherry or
extreme sour cherry?
Fruit punch? I think it was fruit punch.
Yeah, it was, but so good. Oh my gosh.
Yes, it was good.
It's like frozen. I don't want to say Sour Patch frozen, but anyway,
it gives that
it has that pucker.
Yeah,
it has that pucker.
yeah. It definitely did.
So good.
Oh man, it was so good. So I guess you can say we did have somewhat of a taste test over the weekend.
I did finally try the Burger King Steakhouse Whopper, which not bad.
Yeah. So yeah, that was good.
Oh, and we tried the Whataburger fajita taco.
Yes. Oh, that was real good.
It was good, but
that was good.
The only thing I will say is that they don't add cheese if you don't ask them to, which is crazy because, hello, it needs the queso. So once we had them add the cheese, chef's kiss.
Yes.
Good.
Yes, it was real good.
But as far as releases, like I've been saying the past couple of weeks, everybody has their Valentine's things out. The one thing I haven't talked about, because, oh gosh, why is this a thing? Kind of like last week, I think I told you guys about KFC's latest concoction, the handheld pot pie, also known as a hot pot pie hot pocket. That's what I'm calling it. But yeah, so McDonald's latest monstrosity is, which people seem to be interested in, is a McNugget caviar. And it's not McNuggets ground up into resemble caviar, but no, you get a whole kit. So you have to sign up for this. And, you know, I think they send it to you once you sign up for it. But it's a whole kit. So you get your, or maybe you can go and pick it up either way. But you get sturgeon caviar, so it's real caviar, creme fraiche, and you actually get your McNuggets. So usually if you have had caviar, it's usually served with unsalted crackers or toast points. But yeah, instead of that, you would basically top your McNugget with the creme fraiche and the caviar. You also get a mother of pearl spoon in your kit, because actually
this just sounds so. I mean, it's too
like
much.
It's bougie, but when you put it on a McNugget, that kind of takes it down a notch for
Wait
me.
A minute. What you gonna dip the cat? You gonna
No,
so that
you
using the
don't
cracker,
dip,
you
no.
use the McNugget?
Yeah, you actually kind of like spread it on the nugget as you would do if you had a cracker. And yeah, I've seen people try it, and that's exactly what they do. They top the nugget with the sturgeon caviar and the creme fraiche, and you know they eat it. And there somehow I've seen people say it seems like it shouldn't work, but it works. It pairs well together somehow. So yeah, that's what we're doing. But oh, the mother of pearl spoon. So apparently, you don't want to use your regular metal spoons or whatever. I don't know if it somehow affects the taste of the caviar or whatever. But yeah, that's why you get the mother of pearl spoon, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that is a thing. Limited time. I think it's just one day only. You sign up. Like I said, you get it. But that's McDonald's latest remix.
That's crazy. But okay, good on you. Whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah, a lot of people seem to be interested. So yeah.
Now I got to give shouts out to my family for the preparing our Super Bowl meal festivities.
Oh yeah.
Nikki,
We did a little something.
she baked the cake, and let's just say this is what, a couple of days after the cake was made, the cake is gone.
I mean, we did share though.
Yeah, we did share with other family members and whatnot, but the cake is gone.
I did a vanilla almond pound cake. You know, nothing too crazy. You know.
Yeah, it disappeared. I'm sorry to see it go. I mean, I just looked at the plate and the cake plate in the sink, and I'm like,
More cake is coming soon.
So they did their thing. They made some sliders.
We did pizza sliders, and we also did bacon cheeseburger sliders.
Okay, yeah. About to put Crystals out of business. Oh, wait a minute. They are going out of business.
Crystals could never.
Hey, wait a minute. I used to work at Crystals now. I can make homemade crystals. But anyway, I digress. We had the wings, 2 different flavors.
Yeah, we did buffalo garlic, and we did ranch wings. So good.
Yes.
We and then we did homemade queso because the jar stuff just isn't getting it for me anymore. So yeah, super easy to make and so much better tasting.
Yeah, I gotta taste it. I hadn't tasted it. The buffalo chicken dip.
Buffalo chicken. Oh, and for anyone on TikTok, we did Teeny's version of the buffalo chicken dip. We're gonna put that in rotation also. So good, so good.
Is there any left?
There's plenty left.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I like her version because most people use ranch dressing in it, but I'm not a fan of the dressing. So with her version, you use the ranch seasoning packet, so you still get the flavor without the, So I really enjoy her version.
Yeah, the sliders, they slid right on out of here. I barely got any.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but all in all, that's just. They didn't have much other. I think they had like Pringles and the.
What?
And the Super Bowl commercials. I think the only thing I remember is Pringles.
We already talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there anything else? The Pringles, Dunkins, which Dunkins don't show no food or nothing, but I can't think of anything else that showed food. But anyway.
No, and Doritos was missing this year. I usually like the Doritos commercials.
Oh, the only thing Pepsi showed was them freaking bears.
Yeah, I did not like that. They stole our bears. They stole the Coca-Cola bear.
That's all right. Coke gonna come back from full force during the World Cup.
Yeah, we shall see. But yeah, so
that'll be it for foods. Now let's go into movies and TVs.
All
right. Let's see what we got here going on. In movies and TVs, K-pop Demon Hunters, Sinners, and Train's Dreams, which I'm not familiar with them, was among winners at the SCL Awards, which the SCL stands for Skirball Cultural Center.
Sure.
Okay. Anyway, this is an award show, and they're in a long line of award shows that's going to go on leading up to the Oscars. So, but like I say, K-pop Demon Hunter won for Golden, and of course they won a Grammy as well. And then I think Sinners won for outstanding original song for a comedy or musical. I
Yeah.
guess their little part in the song called "I Lied to You." I
Okay.
think that's the one. The song. Okay, I remember. That's the song he did during the musical montage.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what started it off. Yeah, you probably don't remember. Everything went so fast. But yeah, that was that. We really hadn't been watching a lot of movies and TVs here lately.
No.
Yeah, so I think since last week, I wish it's just been a very busy week.
Yeah.
We hadn't watched anything. Like I said, I've been playing my video games, but other than that, we haven't watched a lot of TV. So,
No.
but we did unwind.
We did.
We unwind at the movies. Dun, 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 dun. It's unwind with us, and we spoke about this last week about Sin Help, and that was the movie that we went and saw.
And I'm gonna say 10 out of 10 would recommend. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So no spoilers, but I will say jump scares. Oh my, jump scares.
I'm gonna say
Did not expect that, but
Sam Raimi did his thing. You hear me?
yeah.
If you don't know who he's basically did the original Spider-Man. I think 1, 2, and 3 with Tobey Maguire. If I'm saying this correctly.
I think
But-
he might be my favorite
but-
Spider-Man.
Let me I'm gonna pull this up real quick, make sure I'm giving the right props here. But yes, he definitely did. He produced the movie Sin Help, or directed.
Okay.
I don't know what they do.
Oh
I'm
my
not with.
gosh.
I'll get more familiar with those rules and
The
whatnot.
director says action. There you have it. Case closed. I know things.
Okay. Wow. Huh? Oh, well, there you go. I don't know what to say about that.
There you go.
Oh my goodness gracious! She just tell me. Wow, I'm shocked. I don't even know what to say about that. I'm just gonna say, good on you. The movie was.
But so again, so good. And major plot twist. Major plot twist.
Yes, the I'm gonna say the trailer does not give away anything.
No,
no.
which is how it should be. I hate when trailers basically give away all the highlights of the movie, and by the time you see the movie, you're like, well, I could have just watched the trailer and been done.
Yeah, you watch
So-
the trailer and see everything in the movie.
But no, this trailer did not disappoint as far as like making you interested in seeing the movie without giving the movie away. So again, 10 out of 10 would recommend. Check it out, guys. Oh, and next on the docket will be Scream, but I need to rewatch all the other Screams, or rewatch, and because I haven't seen all of them. So that's happening here soon.
Yeah, Sam Raimi is the director.
Told you he's the one that says action.
Right? And it starred Rachel McAdams,
Mm-hmm. She
That-
was badass.
Dylan O'Brien. He was the boss.
Right.
Excuse me. Oh man. Yes, like I say, the trailer really tells about the whole movie, but like I say, it don't give away nothing. It don't give away nothing. You can watch. I'm watching the trailer right now, and basically it tells you the plot of the movie, or the beginning, where they show the office encounter, and then they show them on the airplane, then they show the airplane crashing, and then it takes off from there.
Right.
But like I say, everything that I just said is in the trailers. But when you see this thing, and for some of y'all, if you can see it in 3D, I implore you, see it in 3D.
It's not in 3D, is
Yes,
it?
it is.
Oh,
It's in 3D.
okay.
I know we didn't go see it in 3D,
No,
but
I don't.
you can imagine Matter of fact, it's in the trailer. So just think about the scene with the boar in 3D.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
That's all we're gonna, you know,
So
say on that.
yeah, so
Check it out.
like I said, next on the docket is Scream 7, I believe it is. And so I guess we're gonna have to get busy watching the other 6 movies.
Yeah. Yes, we are.
Although, and I always say this, and Nikki can tell you, you don't have to see the other
And
6
I
to
don't
see
care.
number 7.
I need to see it because it does tie in. Nev Campbell is back in this one, and I need to go back and
So I won't spoil. I won't spoil. Even though that's why I take. So this basically Screen 7 is a new beginning, straight up,
Right.
the reboot of the reboot.
right.
So but I won't spoil it since
Thank
she
you.
hasn't seen the other 6.
I appreciate it. I don't even remember if I saw the third one. I know that I saw the first and second, but after that, it's kind of like, But yeah, definitely want to, after seeing that trailer, I'm like, okay, I gotta, go watch all the other ones now. I did the same thing with Final Destination, which I have seen all of those, but
Yeah, we haven't done it in a while, but we used to sit and watch. It was like,
did the marathon of Saw and the marathon of Final Destination numerous times.
yeah, we would do Saw, like you said, Final Destination, Underworld, The Hobbits.
Well, I didn't finish Underworld.
What?
No, I didn't. Well, visually, they weren't, like, they're good movies, but visually, they were difficult for me.
Oh, because the action and all that stuff.
No, because they're, like,
Dark?
and, yeah.
Well, I think that when they, that was one of the complaints. So when they got on home, I know you haven't seen them since they've been streaming, so they have lightened them up some now. So they're not so dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's how we unwind. We, like I say, we went into the movie. We also went and saw the new Walmart. We just opened up a new Walmart, and it was an experience as well.
Yeah.
I did like the layout and the upgrades that they've done, and I'm gonna say chef kiss to what they've done. And if they remodel all the existing stores like this store, then they're gonna Walmart's gonna change their image, but it remains to be seen.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I guess that's the end of the show. I'm Marcus.
And I'm Nikki.
Until next time, keep
unwinding.
unwinding.